Welcome back, Nail Queens. Is it just me, or are other people just as excited for fall manis? I picked up a few colors from Ciara's Nail Glitter World, and I'm obsessed with the one chunky glitter that I picked up called Egypt City. It is this one. It is so mesmerizing and full of dimension. So I'm going to be using this glitter here today in today's mani, and I'm going to be using the blue color that I held up at the beginning. I was considering using some of the other colors, but I feel like the blue really goes well with this glitter. I mean, the glitter is predominantly blue, but normally I like to use contrasting colors, like pick up a color that's like in the glitter mix. So like a deep orange red would have helped too, probably would have done a great job, but I just can't resist blue. Blue and oranges are like my favorite. So if I had picked a different color, this orangey red would have been the one I chose, but I want to do all blue. I am doing another set of press-on nails here today. Since these are acrylic powders and I'm going to be using them like dip, I'm using the links from the Painted Desert because I find that dipping in these, since they separate, are so much easier than using the like one piece stands that they sell on Amazon. I'm going to be doing a glitter ombre on two of the nails here today. I want to test out if press-on nails look good as a glitter ombre with like a clearer background. I'm not sure if the glue and the sticky tabs I'm going to be using to apply them will be visible underneath the tip, so I want to test it out here today. Okay, so I'm going to move around with my tweezers like the chunky bits because I like them to look random but aesthetically pleasing as well. So I don't want all the chunky pieces to be stacked on top of each other. I want them like hanging out to the left, to the right, the center, the bottom, you name it. And I'm going to repeat the same process I just did on this other tip. This one's going to go on my ring finger, the other one's going to go on my middle finger. So I'm repeating the same exact process. I did kind of accidentally flick some of the glitters a little too far up the nail. What I should have done was just coat like half of the nail. So anyways, just be careful when you're doing like press-ons like this and you don't want to get all the glitter to the cuticle area. You only want it focused on one spot. Just be a little careful. Okay, so the main chunky glitter here is this cute little orange, rusty orange bow. I love that she added like different kinds of glitters and different sizes, but also different shapes. This bow is super cute. If you've ever shopped Ciara's Nail Glitter World, you are probably familiar with a lot of her different chunky glitter mixes having different shapes in them. They've had hearts, bows, stars. The heart ones are probably my favorite. Alright, so now I'm going to dip the rest of the nails in this blue. Just a reminder, this is acrylic powder. All of the colors I'm using here today are acrylics, technically. Well, actually, the chunky glitter was just a loose glitter mix. I mixed in clear dip powder with that so that I can turn it into a dip powder. But these are acrylic powders, the ones here in this jar. That is an acrylic powder, but you can actually use it as a dip powder. So I'm going to do 2 to 3 coats of this dip on each of the nails, and then I'm going to clear encapsulate everything in clear powder because it just looks so much better when you protect it that way. Now I'm using a stiff dusting brush and dusting off all of the nails or press-on nails. So I got some questions in my Nail Queens community Facebook group. I'll have that link down below if you're not already in it. Some questions about press-ons. Some people were like, are you calling them, like, why do you call them press-ons? And custom press-on creators create their press-on nails this way. Of course, you can obviously go to a drugstore and buy press-ons. They're store-bought from different brands that actually create them. They're probably just printed on. However, if you want something more unique and personalized that actually fits your nails, going to a custom press-on nail shop will give you not only better quality press-ons, but something more unique, and so you make sure that the sizes actually fit your nails. But the reason I call them press-ons is because it's the same exact thing as press-on nails that you get from a store such as Walmart or any kind of drugstore, because the concept is it's already completely designed. When you receive the press-on, it just, all you have to do is use either glue or sticky tabs to press them onto your nail. So press-ons are already designed nails that you just press onto your nail using some kind of adhesive. Of course, you guys are seeing me here designing them, and I guess that could be a little bit confusing because I am the designer of the press-ons here on my channel. So you'll be like, why do you call them press-ons? Because the way that I adhere them onto my nails are pressing them on, if that makes sense, after they're already designed. It's not like jelly tips where you use a gel to press and adhere those on. All right, now that everything is all dusted off, I'm adding activator to all the nails. This is basically going to harden it. One thing I do wish I had done was add an extra layer of clear onto the glitter nails. Since they were sprinkled on, there's not a lot of layers, and that could make them more brittle and flimsy during the filing, shaping, and buffing process. So that's just a comment for anyone who does a glitter ombre for press-on nails or even on your regular nails. Add an extra layer of clear to just give it more strength, or dip in clear as your base before you put the glitter on. Just an option. So now I'm filing all of the edges to make them nice and smooth. Of course, I could have filed exactly like right onto the stand that I have here. However, some of the tips are very small to fit my nails, and then I just hit the stand instead of the nail. So sometimes it's just easier for me to remove the tip from the stand to file them. And then I just buff them, buffing my heart out. And I do this for each and every nail. So if I'm using gel or builder gel, I rarely ever have to file or buff anything. But when I'm using dip powders, I definitely have to file, shape, and buff. It's just inevitable for dip powders. And when I encapsulate in clear, for some reason, I think I use like a heavier hand on my dip liquid brush, like the dip base. I have a heavier hand in the application of that, so when I do my clear, it like kind of like seeps out on the edges. I'm going to be using this top coat from West Coast Dips. I must say it is an incredibly shiny top coat. It's a gel top coat, of course, and I think I need to place an order for more of this because it is incredible. So very shiny. It like surpasses the shine that I have on all of my other gel top coats so far. Okay, so I am going to stick these on with sticky tabs and nail glue. This is only like a little snippet of me pressing them on, but if you want a full view, like application video on how I apply my press-ons, I do have a video that I posted recently. I'll link it in the cards here for you guys so that you may watch it if you are interested in doing press-ons. And by now I should probably create a playlist on my channel for press-ons for anyone who is interested in them. But what I do is I put on the sticky tabs on all of my nails and I press it down flat onto the nail using the other set of other end of my tweezers. And then I take a brush on nail glue, and any side that might be exposed, like you can see on the sidewalls or the free edge, I'll put a little nail glue there. And then I press on the nail and hold it down for about 10 to 30 seconds. And that gives it so much longer wear than normally if I was just wearing sticky tabs. And it's less messy than just using glue alone. So here you can see how visible or invisible these sticky tabs are through the clear backing. So you can see it a little near the cuticle area, but not enough of a significant amount for me to really care about doing these designs, like to not care. Like, I like it. It doesn't bother me, so that's what's important to me. If it bothers you, if you can see your sticky tab or your glue, of course you might want to forego glitter ombres like this. But here is the mani. Here's the finished mani. I love how it turned out. If you guys did too, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!